Hi guys, you are gonna say, what the hell is she doing on my screen? Well, I want to tell about an experience that my husband and I have had, and it was a terrible experience, and it was the pyramid scheme. Now, I don't know if you guys know what it is, but I want to explain so that you know what the hell it is that steals your money without you realizing that you're being scammed, because it's all so perfectly worked out and it is terrible, the consequences. That's just horrible. So I'm gonna adjust my camera because it's doing stupid things. Gonna see if I can do anything about that. Now, okay, he wants to adjust himself by hanging crooked. No, that was not what I was asking. Hi, camera, would you please? Please stand up. Please stand up. Will you stop messing around with me? Or will you go hang straight? No, okay, he doesn't want to hang straight, then I will sit in an angle. Now, I have written down everything that we had been through and how it worked when we got into that pyramid scheme. First thing that happened was a woman named Karine, and I'm just saying a name, Karine, and she will know who she is. So what's in a name, you know? I'm not making her known. And she came by my door. Now, you have to know, we weren't real friends. We were just acquaintances. I knew her, she knew me, and that's what it was, actually. That's all there was to it. So, it was strange that she would just come over for a coffee. Okay, welcome to my home. And she was explaining how it came that she was dressed so beautifully, and yet she was driving a BMW, but she was driving that before, so that wasn't even proven anything. But she was getting so well paid, and she had thought about me. I had no idea why, but she said she thought that I was struggling because I was at that moment without a job, and she thought I could use a little helping hand to get also a better life like she now had. So, okay, she told me that she had always liked me a lot, and we did get along. That was true, and she wanted to get us out of our financial problems. Now, she told us about an event where the job she had now was going to be explained. And she would take us there herself because it was in Germany, just over the border. So it's not that long of a drive. Belgium is next to Germany. So it wasn't that bad, and it all didn't sound really suspicious in any way. So it was in Germany because the company was in Germany, so it all made sense the way she told it. So the event, the day of the event was there, and she came and picked us up. We arrived at a huge building. It was like a hotel building or something, and the first thing that we got was, yeah, the first thing we saw, and that was very obvious, the parking lot was full of BMWs, Mercedes, Porsches, anything expensive. There was no Ford Fiesta or anything to be found in that parking lot. It were all expensive cars, you know. And so, yeah, all of the managers there were wearing a black suit. So a black suit showed that they were managers, that they had been climbed up the ladder already, and as well the men as the women were wearing a black suit, either with a skirt or with pants, but with a white shirt and a tie and everything. And Simba wants to explain too, and I'm thirsty, sorry. But we first were brought into a very luxurious room, and there was a reception with real champagne, of course. After that, they brought us into a theater with a stage in front and all stairs, like in a movie theater, you know? And it was very luxurious, red carpets and all the ramadidam that you can imagine. And the song We Are the Champions by Queen was playing loudly through the speakers. Now, the hour that we spent in that room were so extremely staged, and the whole crowd was always pushed to stand up and clap and sing along We Are the Champions. And that was so over the top, but most people just went along because everyone was doing it. You cannot stay down on your seat and not sing and clap along when hundreds of people are doing the same. So you just had to follow the rules, you know. And then the job was going to be explained. And about the system, about the contracts, and it all sounded like pure gold, you know. Now, when that was all done, because in the pause, there was a pause in all those hours that we sat there listening to people just telling the same, the pyramid scheme, which I will explain in the next video. And so the next day, when we were barely awake, my husband went to work. I was barely awake because we had come home late at night. Karim was at my door to pick me up to go to the bank because we had to take a loan to get into the pyramid. And it was, let's say, about 150,000 Belgian francs in those days, but I will now say euro, because in these days it might be 100,000 euro. Let's just say 150,000. That's an easy amount to count. So I had to take a personal loan in name of me and Derek, and Karine came and picked me up to take me to the bank so I didn't have to walk. And she even went inside the bank with me. Just not into the desk of the bank manager itself, but she waited in the waiting room and was smiling at me with a smile from that ear to that ear in the waiting room and doing signs like, you see, you're doing well, you're gonna start your life. Nancy, you're gonna do it. You are the woman, yeah, you know? So it all felt very uncomfortable and pushed, and I had to find three people, just three people who would do the same, go to the party, sign in, and get another three people. And also pay the 150,000 euro, but per person that you brought in, you gained 50,000 back. So after just three people, you were purely making profits. Okay? So I only had to find three people who wanted to join in, and she had got us quite easily, even though it was suspicious from the first moment. But yeah, I was really gonna have to go for it. But where do you start? You are afraid to ask someone from your neighbors, your friends, and definitely nobody from your family may know about it. So then where do you start? Who are you gonna ask? That's when it all starts to hit you. It is not gonna be as easy as it all sounded. Because where am I going to find three idiots to do the same? But then it didn't occur that it were idiots. I had to believe in it because Karine was living proof of it, and the other people too. So if they could do it, me with a talk like I have, I'm blabbering all day long, and I was gonna get those three people no matter what. But I'm not a hard person. I'm very kind, and I don't wanna get people into doing something like that. So I was caught really badly. So that alarm button that kept going off when I have to lie and cheat was ringing through my head day and night. And I ended up, because I wasn't ruthless enough, I ended up finding a couple that I knew through my best friend in high school, and it was a cousin or a friend of hers, because she didn't want to get in and all the others didn't want to get in. And I thought of that one person, I don't know why, and with this bit of courage I went there and they signed. So okay, I had 50,000 back, but that's where it stayed. I didn't find anyone else because it was already out there. People knew about it. So it was known that the pyramid was going around. And we started to realize that we were never going to get our money back. But we also found out why we had to go to Germany, because this is very, very illegal in Belgium. So it wasn't because that was the main office there. They had to take us to Germany because it's illegal here in Belgium. So what I was doing was actually stealing back what was stolen from me, but I had to steal it from other people in trouble, and I couldn't do it. I don't have the character to do so. So I kept on trying to find people, but it was impossible. I had found that one couple and I was feeling so bad about that. But it was a good thing that we just found one couple, because the scheme got rolled up very soon afterwards. And of course we lost 100,000. We just got one couple back. So we were not going to be taken to court because we were victims. Anyone who didn't get their money back were the people that were scammed, were the victims. Once you had found 4 couples, you were going to court. So you see, it was a terrible experience. Now, it's not only this pyramid scheme that is existing, and I will in this video quickly explain how it works. There is one person that starts a pyramid. That person convinces 2 or 3 other persons to do the same. And I will draw it out for you. Let me take something to write. This pencil doesn't write very obvious. Let me find something else. Here is a pen, and now let's hope it writes. And as you all see, it's from the sofa, it's from the couch, where I live. So, you start off with one person. That person, ooh, this is hard, gets 3 other persons who give him money. So the first layer of the pyramid, he gets money. Now when these 3 get 3 people, and I'm gonna draw it this way quickly. They get a percentage of the total sum, and the top guy gets a percentage from you and from those people. So the person who starts gets all of the money all the profit that is so-called taken. Let's say from 100,000 he gets 20,000. So 20, 40, 60, you see, he starts off with nothing, but he begins by owning 60,000 for doing nothing, selling nothing, doing nothing, just being very convincing. So these three each get 3 other people, and they get, let's say, 20. This person also gets 20, or let's say 10, it doesn't matter. But in that case, let's say it's 20. So he had already 60. So add to that 6, 12, 18. So he already gets 180,000 plus the 60 that he already got to start off with. These 3 each get 60. So that's again 180 that's being divided, but it's coming in from 3, 6, 9 people. Are you following? Let's say that these people each give a profit of 20,000 to their manager. So 60, 60, 60 they each get. Plus this guy again gets 180, but he now gets it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 times. I hope you can follow, because this keeps on going. 3, 3, 3, 3. Each bring in 3 couples or individuals. But from each of them, these people get a percentage. From their percentage goes a percentage to those 3, and then the percentage goes to the one on top of the pyramid. So as you see, this keeps growing and growing and growing, even through my text that I had made and going out of the book. And the bigger the pyramid gets, the more each manager gets, and the richer this guy on top is getting. It's simple as 1, 2, 3, but it's illegal in most countries. And it's always with big amounts of money. Because the bigger the amount, the more percentage can be divided in every manager and be divided to the previous managers to Mr. Big.